Sir Michael Caine survives to make a return appearance in next Monday's film, starring with Nigel Green in the Ipcress File, a screen version of Len Deighton's novel revealing the stark, shabby realities of a spy's world. The Monday film next week at 9:25, which will be followed at 11:10 by Film 81, a new series with Barry Norman bringing news of the latest events and personalities in the cinema world.
Tomorrow on BBC1, Angela Rippon meets the people who care in all walks of life, in the lavish surroundings of a show business charity auction.
£600 for the dress and jewellery. Miss Stevenson wasn't part of the deal. The place is the Grand Ballroom of London's Park Lane Hotel. The occasion, a swanky do for the mental health charity MenCap.
At the Cats Protection League.
The League is not a major fundraiser, but as a result of their efforts, they found homes for 21,000 cats last year.
This is Rippon.
And in a children's hospital in Bangladesh.
The children come with scabs that won't heal, eyes that are dull, stunted by starvation, and literally dying for a decent meal.
Angela Rippon meets the people who care, tomorrow at 9:25 on BBC1.
In 2 minutes, a little night music provided by the new folk rock band, The Home Service. First on BBC1, the news headlines from Anne Brennan.
The executive of Britain's biggest union, the Transport Workers' Union, has dealt a major blow to Mr Dennis Healey's hopes of becoming deputy leader of the Labour Party. The union's leaders are recommending their members to back Mr Tony Benn, even though the majority of those members had said their preference was for Dennis Healey. If the delegates to the Labour Party conference do accept the recommendation, then it'll leave the race for deputy leadership wide open. But there was some small comfort for Mr Healey tonight. The Fire Brigades Union said it would be supporting him. 5 days after the Liberals agreed on an alliance with the Social Democrats, there's a dispute over which party should fight which seat. One Liberal MP, David Penhaligon, says he'll oppose any attempts by the SDP to take over West Country constituencies where there's already strong Liberal support. As Britain's last colony on mainland America, Belize, became independent today, the British government warned Guatemala, without naming her, not to invade her neighbour. Guatemala hasn't recognised Belize yet and has already broken off diplomatic relations with Britain. An American judge has ruled that Governor Hugh Carey of New York had no right to cancel a South African rugby match due to be played tomorrow. The judge said the threat of violence at the Springboks game didn't justify the ban. The match will now go ahead in Albany as planned. The American hostages who spent more than a year in captivity in Iran may get only £7 compensation for each day of their ordeal. They had asked for a minimum of over £500 a day. President Reagan will eventually decide how much they do get. The former English cricket captain Ian Botham appeared at Grimsby Crown Court today and pleaded not guilty to assaulting a Royal Naval apprentice mechanic outside a nightclub last December. The prosecution alleges Ian Botham took part in a persistent, prolonged and cowardly attack. That's all from me. Good night.
Now on BBC1, a little night music provided by John Tams and the Home Service.
Good evening. This is the Home Service.